Hello, this is just a quick piece of planning evidence for our actors that we plan to involve in our A-level media production titled The Hunter. Now, we had a bit of a problem with this because basically our video is based on sort of a stalking
A vigilante stalker.
vigilante stalker.
Yeah.
And when we proposed this in the focus group, one of the problems we had was the idea that both of us would be male, and both us as characters are quite big characters. I'm 6'3", Dave's probably 6'2" or something like that. And one of the feedback that we got was that it might be a little awkward and
Weird.
unconventional to have us two as characters. So Dave would be stalking me, for example.
That's why we changed.
And some people just thought it'd be a bit weird.
That's why we changed it to vigilante stalking. Originally, it was just going to be stalking, but we thought, we don't want to not appeal to people. So when we proposed it was vigilante stalking, people sort of like went, "Oh yeah, that's all right then," because it was sort of like you expect it to happen that way, if you get me.
So conventionally, in a film like ours, you'd expect a big, hefty male to be stalking maybe a more vulnerable, small female, generally, stereotypically. But we thought for the ease of filming and the fact that we know exactly what we needed to do, we'd be able to get there on our own without having to rely on someone else in the 2 weeks that we had to film. We thought it'd be better to keep us as characters, which is why we had to change our ideas slightly to that vigilante stalking rather than just sort of creepy
normal stalking.
Yeah.
I suppose bog standard.
But so obviously with actors, Dave was being the
main guy,
the main stalker,
only stalker,
which means we preferably wanted someone with quite a mature face, such as Dave, to look obviously older, bigger, sort of more aggressive, more fitting, sort of to connote the fact that he could be quite a dangerous character. So obviously, if we had
some 12-year-old,
if we had a little child stalking me, it just wouldn't look right. So that's what we had in mind. And again, we just thought, instead of using different actors, Dave takes A-level drama. He did GCSE drama, and you got what grade was that?
Distinction star.
You got a distinction star, so top grade in drama. So we thought, we may as well use Dave instead of someone else because he's right there, and
I'm going to be there anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Our other actor was yours truly.
It was.
And we felt this was again another ease of filming thing, because Ben knows what he wants to do, how he wants a shot to be filmed, just like I do. So it'd probably be easier to use him and also fit with the vigilante stalking, because we already decided our actors before we went to the focus group. We decided it was going to be me and Ben before we went to the focus group, so we had to change our ideas to fit with what the focus group said, and yeah.
So instead of fitting the characters to what the focus group wanted, we changed the story
to the actors
and what we needed them to be like.
Yeah.
So instead of having to completely rework a whole
idea just because
of one actor, we just simply
changed the idea a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's quite easy to change it. So.
Yeah. Okay, so again, when choosing our characters, the main idea of this part of the film was that you don't actually find out who the character is. So for this, we obviously won't be able to show most of the facial features, such as the eyes, which if you watch our film when it's complete, you'll probably realise that there won't be any eyes in there.
Of mine, of course.
Of Dave's. Obviously, I'll be in there, but to show expressions, sort of like a worried look, but just to make sure that you don't see the character.
Because that's sort of builds a suspense.
We won't be filming David's eyes, so you don't know who they are. So obviously, again, you've still got the fact that it is important as a character that he's big, but the fact that you don't yet know who he is, so we have to work around the fact that some of our film, if we were making the rest of the film, would be character development. So obviously you wouldn't find out who Dave was straight away, but we need a character that would be able to sort of
Look like me.
look like Dave. Obviously Dave is Dave, obviously, but it needs to be obviously a believable character. So you think it could be him, or it could not be. And
Yeah.
when Dave got rid of his beard to film, there was no under the eyes. There was no obvious features about him that it was Dave.
It's not that bad, is it?
It's just the light, you can't see it
Yeah.
there. But yeah, obviously, it's quite important the fact that he fit the role of,
Yeah.
and that's about it, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
That's good then.
Okay, thank you.